All right, my Amazfit smartwatch lovers, whether you're going to purchase your very first Amazfit watch or looking to upgrade to a new version, and you probably came across these two here and you're trying to figure out which is better, which one to buy or whatnot. So I personally purchased these out of my pocket, so this is going to be a extremely real review as, yeah, I'm not affiliated with any company or anything like that to do this review, and I'm just here to help you make a purchase decision. Hopefully, okay? You're gonna hear some crickets in the background just so you know that it's being recorded in the nighttime, so I do apologize on that, but I can't stop them. So let's go ahead and dive into this comparison. So we have the Amazfit Balance here, which is going to be your higher price smartwatch out of the two of them currently. This is gonna be priced around 200 to 250. That depends on where you're buying it from. And this is the older model here. This one came out, I think, in 2024, mid 2024, if I am correct. I believe so. Yes, I'm right. And the battery itself, it's going to be at 800 milliamp and Bluetooth version 5.0. Now, these smartwatches are going to be compatible with Android and iOS devices. So if you were worried it wouldn't work with your iPhone or your Android phone or your Samsung phone, they will connect, okay? And it does use an app known as Zep. I'll show you that later on in the video here. This video is going to be quite long, so stick around. So this is more expensive than this one here, whereas this is going to be priced around $100 if you're buying the base model here, which is the black silicone here. There's another one that comes in an orange silicone, which I kind of made a mistake in the first video when I was reviewing this here. It's a black and silicone and an orange silicone. But then there was an upgraded one, or I wouldn't say an upgrade, it's just the belt for it, the strap. It's going to be like a black leather one, which is going to be around $10 or $20 more. Once again, depends on where you are. This here in particular, the Active 2 has a smaller battery at 500 milliamp, and the Bluetooth version is 5.2. This one came out in 2025. That's the app you're going to get or need, and you have to have the app on your phone to actually get this thing set up. And of course, iOS, which is like iPhones, if you don't know, and then Android from the Play Store. So boxes, and you can see the Balance is going to have a slightly bigger box here, all right? These are going to be packed with quite similar features, and of course, these smartwatches are designed for active people, people who are into fitness. You'll see it more focuses on fitness stuff on the smartwatches itself, all right? So if you want something for 2 and change, longer battery, this is the way to go, the Balance. But if you want the latest, small, lightweight, which we'll do now, the smartwatches comparison, and then later on look at the app just to get an idea of the differences, okay? So I don't know if I can leave these here, they might fall down. So this here is the Balance, okay? This is this one here. All right, so just give me a second. All right, so now that I have both turned on, the first thing you'll notice is the display size. You can clearly see the Balance has a bigger display, whereas the Active 2 has a smaller display. And if you like small size watches, the Active 2 is going to be the way to go. You'll notice it's a bit on the slim side here, whereas the Balance is going to have that little bump here in the back where the sensors are. So you can kind of see that it's a bit on the flat rounded, where this is not kind of like a bump there. You can see that, okay? One other thing to note is other than the size difference in terms of display, is the outer frame. You can see that the Active 2 is smaller. This says 3%. I need to charge this thing here. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want the better battery life, go with the Balance. This here will die, the battery is going to drain or be used whether you have it on and off. And I've been noticing that. It's like I would fully charge this to 100%, and then I would just turn it off if I'm not using it for the whole week, because I switch between my different smartwatches. I do have my Samsung watches to wear, my Google Watch, and a few other Casio watches that I love to rock. So it's not all the time I'm wearing these here. And the battery is just simply dying on its own. So that's one of the bad things on the Active 2. Maybe it's a bug, maybe there's something about it. Whereas the Balance here, this thing is a battery tank. So I charge this and it holds the battery. It holds it. It really does. It's been almost 2 weeks since I wore this watch here, and it's 97%. Okay, so it's been a while since I used this one here because I wanted to use other watches, if you know what I mean. Now, clearly you can see we got the home buttons here, and they have similar design layout presentation. Okay, they both have the blood oxygen, which I'll show you that here in a moment. Okay, and we have let's go ahead and come out of that. Yeah, that was it's trying to read my blood oxygen from my fingers. Not cool, buddy. Not cool, man. All right, let's just back out of that. Okay, so some of these the clock face here, I'll show you here. You hold down the clock face and you can get more. You'll feel it vibrate, and then you can browse over to change to another one. Okay, you'll find that the Active 2 sometimes, I don't know, maybe mine is just like glitched or what, but sometimes it doesn't really pick up your gesture swipe. It's like you got to be very gentle as to what you really want to do. And see here, see, this one has a smoother touch. Okay, it's almost as if this is one of those Chinese knockoff smartwatches. And yeah, so I'm kind of worried about that because it just dies so fast. But in terms of features, you're going to get a lot on both of these. Okay, so if you want the cheaper one, this is the way to go. So features wise, they both pack just about the same thing. Okay, but I think it's a bit behind on the Active 2. You do have the heart rate and all the basic stuff that you would really need on a smartwatch. Okay, heart rate, blood oxygen, compass on the both of them here. So you got a compass. I always like the compass, and you got to calibrate all that. So that's just showing you guys what's what. Okay, I'll show you about the app in a moment here. I want to talk about the outside of this thing here. Okay, so belt wise, the strap for the balance, this one here, you can see it's the design like that, so you can't really lay it flat down. So if you hate that, like when you finish, when you're done with work and you're home and you want your watch to just be placed flat down like this here, which I always prefer that there. I don't know why this thing is going to all that stuff here. And then you have this one here, you can't do that. It's going to always be sitting on the side, and you don't want to place it on the crown part where it's going to be pressing by mistake or so forth here. So that's one of the things I don't like about this one here, because I always like my watches, and this is just something personal of mine. Okay, I don't like it when they're like that, but that's just me. Okay, but they're both water resistant, by the way, but not to be submerged underwater, because yeah. And the belt for this here feels very, I don't know, it feels light, as if like it can tear off very easily. I think, and this is just me, they didn't put much effort into this watch, and this is why this Amazfit watch is $100. You know, it's got features, it's got sensors and cool stuff that all smartwatches should have, but for some reason, for something new that came out in 2025, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. Like, I like how it looks, I like how it feels when I wear it, but I'm just not feeling it. It just feels so cheap. It feels like one of those Chinese from Temu. I got a smartwatch the other day from Temu, and goodness, that thing, like, you charge it up and you wear it for like 4 hours, and it reaches like 50% already. Like, who wears that? Okay. One of the bad things about the Active 2, this is all you get in a package, other than the booklet or the guide, a manual, whatever you want to call it. This is all you get. And the charging pad here, which you can see the pins there, it's different from the Balance. So it's not to say like a Samsung watch, and I'm going to use my Samsung watch as a comparison because I got the Watch 5, 6, and the Watch 7, and they all can use one charger. Whereas the Active 2 versus the Balance, this is the one for the Balance, and it's a complete total design, which is really and truly a disappointment. I would always prefer for them all to have the same thing, okay? And the Balance would come with the charging here, a cable that's already attached to it, and then you can stick this into a laptop or something to charge it up for you. And it charges up pretty quick, okay? Just give it, depending on what you charge. If you're doing with a laptop, it's going to be longer. It's probably like 2 hours and a half. But from direct outlet wall with a charging brick, it's going to charge fast. So you can see here now with the Balance 2, the charging here is just this, and it's USB-C. If you're going to get a cable to match this, you're going to need a USB-C cable and I guess it can either be the USB-A or USB-C to USB-C to charge. So there is a difference in the two charging. And to me, that's a disappointment because if this goes bad, I'll have to get a replacement, purchase a replacement. I can't just use another one of my Amazfit watches. So this is totally different. You can see the pins here. So that's not cool. So I think they need to make a universal charger for all of them that would fit the same way. Okay. But the Active 2, it's neat. Okay, that's the best thing I can say about it. It's neat. It feels light also. It's rather more lightweight, whereas the Balance is going to have a bit more weight to it. I'm going to go ahead and put this on for you so you can see how it looks on the wrist. And the worst I can say about the Balance is, you see, I like how this fits on me, is this part, this crown here. I think it's just, I don't know. I just, it sticks out too much. It should have been a bit more on the inside, nothing sticking out too much like that. And then we got the Active 2 here. So if we could just kind of strap that on from here, or just hold it on there just so you can see it there, okay? See where that's going? But the crown is very responsive, okay? A simple press would get it, but I noticed these buttons here, sometimes it's like a click. You press it and it clicks in. And this one here, I don't even know if it's broken or what. It probably is broken because sometimes I'm pressing it and nothing's happening. Like do you even work, buddy? Yeah, you see, now it's working. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the app. So the app basically is just going to be like a general review there. Okay, so once you have it synced and you have the app, you can actually cycle between the two of them. You don't have to keep on installing and uninstalling. And if you look at the photo here, you can see the leather belt. That's the other version, the one with the leather belt here. So Active 2 watch faces, you can get watch faces for both of these smartwatches, and they pretty much rock just about the same design. Some are free, some are not. You got the App Store here and health monitor section here. You also have like the device settings here for the brightness. So instead of using the watch here, you can adjust it from here in sleep mode, band lock, all that stuff. The buttons, the physical keys, adjustment for both of these here widgets, the control center here, and wearing direction. So this is like if you are a left-hander or right-hander, you can switch the positions of these. If you've been looking for that, that'll be in the device settings section, okay? And a few more other applications and so forth. That's part of the watch itself. Okay, if you look to the bottom, there's a section here where you can cycle. You got your overview here, and it's going to show you all that here. Okay, you got that. Physical recovery, all this stuff here. Lots of features. So these watches, they definitely come with lots of features. Okay, so we got the Active, and now switching over to the Balance here. And you can just have, if you got a Samsung phone that has dual audio mode, you can have two devices sync to it at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you can see here the Amazfit Balance here. That's pretty good. Okay, so last charge, look at that. Last charge 36 days ago. So that is, wow, that is, you can see, so that holds the charge very well. So it was more than 2 weeks. I thought it was 2 weeks ago, but it was more than 2 weeks. So that's like a month now. That is awesome. Okay, let's look at this one here. It doesn't really say last charge, but since I did my video review on this one here, I didn't wear it until such time. So that's not good. So you will most likely have a very weak battery. So it's not just a smaller battery, but it looks like it's going to be very weak, meaning it's just not going to hold a charge for long. So that's going to be a problem. So just letting you guys know, this is it. This is what we're here for, to see like the real stuff of this. Okay. And let me know in the comments section if you guys have anything to ask, ladies, gentlemen, whatever's watching this video. Yeah, so, and all in all, if you want to spend something, you don't have to buy Amazfit watches, okay? But if you're looking to purchase one of them and you're having a hard time deciding which one is which, there's plenty of different models here. It just so happened these are the ones I decided to go for. Out of the two, I'd say save up and go for the Balance. You won't regret it. This is going to be real. It's a neat watch, okay? Color-wise, everything. It's just, I'm digging it. Okay, so like and sub, and let me know again in the comment section if I missed out on anything. Just ask in the comment section, and I will answer you to the best I can. Okay, thanks for watching. See ya.